What is up, you guys? It's Jessica Joel back here again for a video. It has been some time since I came before you guys, but there have been some things going on that I am going to talk about in this video. So if you're interested in watching, stay tuned. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be my how I found out I was pregnant story. And it's so freaking crazy that I can even make this video, that I can say that I am pregnant. Right now I think I'm 6 weeks and 2 days. Every Saturday I make another week, so I think I'm 6 weeks and 1 day. 6 weeks and 1 day, and already feeling it, the symptoms, the headaches, the nausea, it's kicking my butt. But I said but it's kicking my butt. But I wanted to film this video. I'm not going to be putting this video out until I'm in my second trimester, or at least close to it. Hopefully that flies by, because I don't want to be sitting on this video forever. But if I get anxious, then I'll post it. But if not, then it'll definitely come out when I'm in my second trimester. But yes, I'm pregnant. For now, everything's good. Everything's fine. I'm taking prenatals, just combating the nausea the best way that I can. And just hoping that everything goes well. So before I tell you guys how I found out I was pregnant, I just want to give a little backstory of what my, I guess, fertility history is, or my history with pregnancies, period. I found out in August of, hold on one second. I found out in August of 2017 that I was pregnant. It was a girl. I've always been super irregular with my menstrual cycle, and I've never ever been regular. When I turned about 21, 22, my cycle started coming more regularly, but it was still about 32 to 35 days apart, which is still technically considered irregular. So I've never really had like a regular period. Now, just recently, last year, I started having certain months where my menstrual cycles were exactly 28 days. And it was weird. It just seemed super fast because I'm not used to it. But yes, just last year, that did start happening. So maybe, some things started regulating. But like I was saying, in 2017, I found out that I was pregnant in August. Kept it to myself, didn't really tell anyone, not for the sake of feeling like hiding it, because trust me, to know me is to know that I care nothing about what people think. But it was just a peace thing. I was just way happier just having the news to myself. I was just super duper happier. And unfortunately, I ended up losing my daughter in December of 2017. So I found out in August. I lost her in December. I was 23 weeks and like 5 days. I was like super duper close to 24 weeks. And unfortunately, I lost her. So that was ending of 2017. All last year, nothing happened. I got my period every month. It was like cool, right? I mean, it wasn't cool at the time, because when you're fresh off of losing a child, you kind of like want a child, but you're not realizing that you just miss your child that you're pregnant with, and not necessarily you wanting another kid. So last year I went through all the grieving and stuff like that, and at the beginning of this year my doctor did an annual exam on me. My gynecologist did an annual exam on me, and everything came back fine. Pap smear, everything just came back fine. Okay, cool. And then she did inquire about if I was on birth control, if I was using contraception, and all those things. How frequently was I sexually active? All of those things. This vid's a bit TMI, so just letting you know. So disclaimer. So I let her know that I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years, so no, there's no contraception being used or whatever the case may be. Although if you aren't trying to get pregnant, you need to use contraception. Just saying. It's a thing that we all should know from about 7th, 8th grade, but you know, just thought I'd put it out there to be an advocate for it too. But yes, she got a little worried because she's like, it's been over 12 months now and nothing's, you know, happened with you or whatever. Not saying that you want a baby, just saying when red flags like that arise, we like to look into it and see what's going on. So she did some more blood work the following month after I got my annual exam, and it came back that my progesterone was super low, my levels were super duper duper low, and she ended up prescribing me progesterone. So when she did that, I took it that first month of February. Nothing happened, still got my period. Kinda was super happy about that. I was like, you know, okay, because I thought that once she gave me the progesterone worked immediately and I'd probably get pregnant the first month, and I didn't. So I was like, woo, you know. In March, I kind of took off. I didn't really take the progesterone. Now, mind you, a part that I left out. When I went to see her in January, she told me to start taking ovulation tests because it's important to know when you ovulate, or if you're ovulating at all. You know, it's important to know whether you want to get pregnant or whether you don't want to get pregnant. Ovulation test is not just for women who want to get pregnant, because knowing when you ovulate means that you can try your hardest or work your hardest to not get pregnant. You know, you can use condoms around that time, or you can refrain from sex at all around that time. So she wanted me to start taking ovulation tests. I started doing that. I had been doing that since January. I've always done that. Even if I didn't take the progesterone, I always did the ovulation test because to me, it is important to know. So March, I did the ovulation test, but I didn't do the progesterone. I didn't take any progesterone. I just let my levels be what they were and just, you know, just rocked out. Got my period, and that was cool. April came. I hadn't decided if I was going to start taking the test yet. I mean, not the test. I hadn't decided if I was going to take the progesterone, but I think I took like one or two around like a week before I got my period, and I had got nothing. Got my period again, but my period was super light, lighter than normal for me, and it was short. It was like 3 days, when recently my period had went from like 3 to 4 days to 4 to 5 days. So I was like, oh, so it's going back to the 3-day thing, I guess. Left it alone. My body's weird. My body has always been weird. My body's very sensitive. A lot of things can mess with my levels, my hormones, my everything. So I just let my body do what it do and just try my best to drink a lot of water, eat right. And of course, I don't eat right all the freaking time, but I try. And so the ending of April comes around. I got my last period at the beginning of April. The ending of April comes around, and I noticed that I'm not feeling crampy. I'm not feeling any of my premenstrual symptoms. And I just got this weird feeling. So I found out I was pregnant on a Wednesday. I'm not really... The first Wednesday of May is when I found out I was pregnant. I don't know if that was the first or the second, I don't know. But the first Wednesday of May is when I found out that I was pregnant. And that Sunday, I had kind of just felt weird when I had a drink Sunday. And it just tasted so super strong. Like, it was just like, this is something that I drink a lot, often. And it was just so super duper strong to me. I like literally almost threw up in my mouth. So that was the first red flag. I was like, I drink this often. Why is it suddenly so super strong? I said, maybe I'm just not in the mood for it, right? Left it where it was. I think it sat at my mom's house on the table for like 3 days. But I just left it. Okay, so Monday, nothing happened. Tuesday came. And I had no, Monday something did happen. I drank with my boyfriend Monday. He had got a bottle of, why am I making the motion of the bottle? He had got a bottle of Jack Daniels, and we had drank some of it together with, or whatever. We got drunk in our own home and just, you know, called it a day or whatever. And the next day, Tuesday, I was sick all day. Like, the liquor like took me out the game for the whole day, which was another red flag. I'm like, Jack is Jack. Like, I'm not a hard liquor drinker. I don't drink hard liquor all the time. As a matter of fact, I prefer to drink soft, like little fruity liquor beverages. But I don't know, even when I drink Jack, it's just whiskey. It's, oh, is that whiskey? Or is it, I don't know what it is. But I think it is a whiskey. Whenever I drink it, it's like nothing. It's like I don't really have a hangover the next day after Jack. And even if I drink a lot of Jack, I still don't have a hangover, and I don't even get super duper drunk off of Jack. So I kind of should have known when I got crazy drunk off of it. Like it was like it tore me up the day before. I kind of should have picked up on it then, but I didn't. But the day that I had the hangover and I was super duper sick, that definitely threw up a red flag for me, because I'm like, there's no way that my hangover should be lasting this long. Like, it was crazy. And so I was like, okay, my period is supposed to come tomorrow. Mind you, this was Tuesday. My period's supposed to come tomorrow. If it doesn't come in the morning, then I'm gonna test at night or whatever. So the next day came. I got my period in the morning. Cool, whatever. I'm irregular. I don't get my period on the exact day, but lately I had been getting my period on the exact day, so it kind of did throw me off. But I didn't bother it, you know. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go pick up the test, but I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna take it, you know. I'm not gonna take it yet. So I hadn't even went and got the test yet. I did an ovulation test just to see what would happen, because they say that ovulation can pick up the pregnancy hormone. And I took the ovulation test, and it was like blazing positive, and that was crazy to me. I was like, why is this thing so positive? I said, oh crap. I remember saying to myself, oh crap, I might be pregnant. I might really be pregnant. And taking that test made me want to take a real pregnancy test. So I went, got a real pregnancy test, came back home. Thank goodness I immediately had to pee. I peed, took the test, and like within 2 seconds of it going across, it showed me that I was pregnant, like automatically. And it was just crazy. It was honestly a surreal feeling. I just felt like it was just crazy that like May was the month, and I can't even explain why. It just was. It just was a crazy feeling to me that May was the month that I got pregnant, because April I had this strong, super duper strong suspicion that I was pregnant, and then I turned out not to be, and then it ended up being the month after when I really freaking had no idea or wasn't even thinking about it at all. Like, I just was not thinking about it, drinking up a storm, you know, like living my best life out here, living my best life. And the kid was like, no mommy, you're not gonna be living your best life, okay? You're not finna act up like a city girl this summer. You're not. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to stop the show. But yes, that is how I found out I was pregnant. It wasn't some super duper dramatic way, but it was my story. It's how I found out that I was pregnant. I didn't have any, like I do now. I have the nausea and the headaches and the crazy symptoms now, but I didn't have them then to like initiate the feeling of me wanting to take a test. It was really just the drinking and being super sick from the drinking, or the drinking causing me to be super inebriated more than usual. Like, it was just weird. That was the thing that threw me off, and the positive ovulation test is the thing that made me test regular, because I know for a fact that any other month when I've tested on ovulation tests, it eventually goes negative around my period. So the fact that it was blazing positive around the time that, on the day that I was supposed to get my period, was just like a telltale sign for me. And yeah, that's what happened. But I'm due January 4th, 2020. I am going to be filming this journey. So yes, that is my story. If you guys liked, make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and I hope you guys come along on my journey. Until next time, I shall see you guys in my next video. Mwah.